Hello, this is Book a Day, and today I'm going to be talking about Critical Failures 4, The Phantom Pinas, Caverns and Creatures Book 4. Now, this is a lit RPG. A lit RPG is a book with an RPG engine in it, much that you'd see in a tabletop or video game. Our ridiculous group of misfits just can't seem to catch a break. From the end of Book 3, Mordred has put himself into the game to avoid certain death, and our growing band of idiots join him as well. A bit of a continuation of Book 3, it's Where in the World is Mordred? Fantasy Edition. But this time around, they don't know what he looks like. We start off with Tim getting himself as drunk as possible every waking moment. But before he can do that, his sister Catherine decides to go and make herself scarce for a few hours and then puts him into another I'm gonna lose it again if I can't figure out my sister is. Catherine had a previous home in Book 3 and decided to go back to it just to pick up some essentials. After relaying this message to Tim, he comes to the conclusion that that's probably where Mordred went, and then sets off on a new epic journey of even more critical fails. Much like how we saw in Book 2 and 3, Tim is definitely taking the lead, but unlike the other two books, we see Tim losing control of not only the group, but himself as well. While they're off getting themselves into even more trouble, Randy and Dennis have managed to gotten themselves into the game world as well, as seen from the end of Book 3. But now Randy is no longer a registered sex offender, he's now a paladin for Jesus Christ, no less. And Dennis, our actual sex offender, was lucky enough to roll as a dwarven woman, and he is so mad. Not only did he not get his testicles back like he was hoping for, but now he is unattractive to the general populace, and he has no balls still. While Dennis used to be a cop back in the real world, he is quickly losing all his faculties and slowly deteriorating into some very unstable grounds. While Randy is actually finding his place in this world and getting along with people, something that didn't happen a lot for him back on Earth. Meanwhile, our group of misfits, on their journey, find the location of the Four Horsemen's base and learn that Mordred has not only been there, but has taken everything that he can lift and destroyed everything else. While they're trying to figure out what steps they should take next, Ravenous, Julian's familiar who has been on lookout, has been kidnapped, and they believe it might be Mordred who has done it. He and Sandra both happen to be on a magic carpet at the time, and they immediately make a beeline in the direction of Ravenous. Meanwhile, they came to the conclusion that they need to know what their stats are so they can figure out what they can and can't do when they finally meet up with Mordred. So, Cooper and Tim are elected to go back to the Whore's Head Inn to get their character sheets back from Frank, while the rest of them try and catch up with Julian and Sandra. But not before Catherine decides to put her foot down and make it known that she's gonna go on her own because she can fly and catch up to them faster, and there's no way that you're ever gonna stick me back inside that sack again, Tim. Until he finally agrees, but only if she takes the sack with her, which she's like, I'll never use it again, and then has to use it again. The rest of the party, Tom the Elf, Dave, and Chad, are trying to catch up with them on foot. Long story short, they split up the team again. And if they haven't figured it out by now, they shouldn't split up the team because everything goes wrong, as seen in Book 1 through 3. Now, plot-wise, this is a pretty fun and quite hilarious book, if not a little repetitive for what direction the story goes. Everything goes wrong, Tim's going to lose it and yell at everyone, and then they all somehow barely make it through. But I just still find it fun just watching each little situation happen, whatever way it does, and then just finding a new way to laugh at how they try to handle each situation. Now, I know this one was a little bit shorter, but I didn't want to give too much away. It's a lot of fun, and I give this one a solid 4 out of 5. I picked this one up in a story pack, books 1 through 4 all together. I got this on sale on Audible. They have a lot of sales, and every now and then, sometimes you just find hilarious golden nuggets like this. But if you can't find it on sale, you can also pick it up, all 4 books, with 1 credit on Audible. Alrighty, this has been Book and Day, and hope you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.